Okay, we are live. Pagi, Assalamualaikum. Over to you, Engineer Technologist Farhan.
Yang start lah.
Ya, sila.
Okey, baik. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning to everyone. Welcome to our first series MAE webinar. I'm thrilled to be joined by Ariff to discuss a career as an engineer and technologist, the role, and the differences. Baik, sesi ini kita akan lakukan secara santai-santai saja. Okay. Sebelum kita memulakan webinar, kami dari MAE berbesar hati ingin memperlihatkan video pendek berkenaan dengan sedikit latar belakang tentang MAE. Saya minta Tuan Raja.
Hello and good day. This is the MAE presentation. MAE stands for Malaysian Association of Engineers. MAE is established by several individuals with different background. The idea came up in the Facebook group called Bicara Jururuh in 2021. Later on, in the same year, after several discussions and meetings with ROS and BEM, MAE was successfully registered as an association in Malaysia in September 2021. The vision of MAE is to fight for the welfare and well-being of engineers and engineering technologists in Malaysia. The mission is to support all efforts in career improvement and excellence in engineering and technology. 2023 marks a second leadership change in MAE. MAE is currently led by Datuk Engineer Technologist Firaz Hanif and his team consists of 14 manpower. The MAE Diary. MAE has started to move in meetings and collaborative engagement with stakeholders including the Board of Engineers Malaysia, other NGOs, voice up in a major discussions events and signing the MOU with other associations. MAE started to run the show since before it was officially formed. All programs are tailored according to the needs and requests from several parties. MAE can be contacted through social media. Facebook with the name of the Malaysian Association of Engineers. Telegram with the name of the Malaysian Association of Engineers. And WhatsApp with the name of Malaysian Engineers. MAE continue to stand with engineers and engineering technologists in Malaysia. Manifestation of the engineer's voice. A. Achieving engineers' resolution. E. Empowering engineers' profession.
No more video ya. Tak ada online video lagi kan?
Ada back to
Tapi video ni ada sikit sangkut ni. Okey, sebelum saya memulakan kita punya webinar, izinkan saya memberi sedikit latar belakang tentang kita punya speaker pada hari ini, Ariff Liew. Okey, Ariff Liew merupakan sebagai Ketua Jurutera di Aircraft Engineering Services. Dia merupakan seorang jurutera berdaftar dan jurutera profesional dalam bidang technologist dan berdaftar dengan lembaga jurutera. Ariff Liew juga mempunyai 34 tahun pengalaman sebagai licensed aircraft maintenance engineer. He also a fellow of the Malaysian Society for Engineering and Technologies, the ASEAN Academy of Engineering and Technologies, and ASEAN Engineering Technologies. Ariff Liew juga mempunyai license dalam Civil Aviation Authority di UK dan Civil Aviation Authority di Malaysia, as well diploma in aircraft maintenance. Dia juga bekerja sebagai LEA di Malaysia Airlines, KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, and Eva Airways Corporation. Ariff Liew juga mempunyai MBA from Australia Victoria University dan merupakan seorang adjunct professor former Agent Professor di kejuruteraan Aerospace di UPM. Ariff juga disenaraikan sebagai tenaga koordinasi di Kementerian Sumber Manusia. Pada tahun 2017, dia mendapat anugerah Star Award, dan pada tahun 2019 mendapat award di Malaysian Board of Technologist sebagai teknologis yang pengalaman, dan juga dia juga memenangi first prize dalam convention dalam writing contest pada tahun 2022 dia dengan BM, dan dia juga adalah ahli yang sangat profesional dan banyak terlibat dalam bidang profesional. Baik, tanpa membuang masa, saya ingin menyerahkan sesi ini kepada Tuan Ariff untuk memulakan kita webinar. Silakan, Tuan Ariff.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Technologist Farhan. And let me just share my slides first. Okay, are you all able to see my slides?
Yes.
All right, okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this talk organized by Malaysian Association of Engineers. And in the next, I'm given 60 minutes, ya. 60 minutes, 60 minit untuk saya kongsikan pengalaman saya dan juga my experience in terms of the career as an engineer and engineering technologist. A little bit, I'll cover the scope later. But I feel that it is good that the Malaysian Association of Engineers is conducting this educative talk, yeah, to share, invite speakers to share and give knowledge to the participants, especially in the Malaysian community, engineering community. Okay, I have moved my slide to the second slide. Do you all see the slide moving?
Moving.
All right, okay. Now, before I actually move forward, I would like to highlight that I would like to make a disclaimer, yeah, that this presentation is actually based on general information and experience by the presenter to the participants here. The presentation is purely for knowledge, and any part of this presentation, it does not negate the current requirements and specifications laid down by the regulators. I can share my experience, but the law, the law and the regulations takes precedence. So you cannot quote me and say that Ricky say like that, and then that is it, it should be like that. Not necessary. Yeah, you need to always go back and comply to the rules and the regulations. And in our case, yeah, very well published, yeah, in the registrations of Engineers Act under the Board of Engineers. The knowledge that I obtained here, the slides that I obtained here, a combination of my experience and also what you can see in the especially in the BM website. Yeah, you can actually see all the information are actually all there. Yeah. All right. These are my contents for the next 57 minutes. I'm going to cover a little bit of introduction of myself. And then I'm going to introduce you all to the laws governing the engineering profession. The keyword here is engineering profession. Okay. In Malaysia, especially under the registrations of Engineers Act, do a little bit of introduction to engineer, especially the graduate engineer and also the engineering technologies, graduate engineering technologies. Yeah. I will touch a bit on the role and function of an engineer, yeah, whether it's a graduate or professional, role and function of an engineering technologist, and then share a little bit on the key differences and also the future, yeah, of these professions. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to do all the presentation first, and then after all the presentation is complete. Ya, selepas finish the pembentangan saya, you all can as you all listen, you all can type the questions because the moderator will pick up the questions. But I will only answer the questions towards the end of the session to keep the flow, the flow of this presentation to be focused lah. Now, a little bit about myself. Even though today I'm a certified professional engineer, but actually I was not an engineer right at the front. Yeah, I started off my career as a trainee artisan. Yeah, trainee artisan is actually nowadays they call it trainee technician. Yeah, I've completed my form. I was doing my upper six. Yeah, and then there was an advertisement by Malaysia Airlines looking for trainee artisan. And I actually, at that time, I do not know what is the trainee artisan, but I know artisan is something that people will work with hands. Okay, so you know, people who are always hands-on, they are actually technician. So actually, it is a vacancy for the trainee technician. So I did not complete my STPM. Yeah, I went straight to join Malaysia Airlines as a trainee artisan or trainee technician. And the training at that time 3 tahun, yeah, 3 tahun, yeah. And then after 3 years, I actually became an artisan, doing aircraft mechanical work, yeah, maintenance of aircraft, removing components, servicing, you know, tukar filter, buka component. That one is my job lah. That memang kerja saya lah. Kalau engineer dia cari orang nak keluarkan, let's say a fuel pump, he will look for me lah. So I was an artisan for about 8 to 10 months, 8 to 10 months, because at that time saya sudah start belajar, ya, masa apprenticeship 3 tahun tu saya sudah start belajar to actually go for my engineer's license dekat UK. So I got my license in UK, engineer's license in UK within 10 months. And MAS immediately, ya, MAS dia sekejap aja dia ambil balik saya. Masuk dalam skim latihan jurutera. Ya, skim latihan jurutera. So from there on, I was also trained for another 1 year. And then I established as a 737 punya engineer lah. And then from there on, I move on to my career in other airlines, in UPM. And then the current position now is actually I'm the head of engineering in the one of the aircraft engineering services company dekat Subang lah. So you will see that there is a pathway as long as you are focused, ya. Tak kira lah you daripada bidang diploma ke ataupun bidang ijazah teknologi, kejuruteraan teknologi ke, as long as you put in your focus and your effort, yeah, actually there is a pathway already, yeah, under lembaga jurutera memang sudah ada pathway. It's just that whether you want to prepare yourself to actually move towards that direction or not. Ini saya boleh guarantee lah daripada lembaga jurutera, pathway is always there, yeah. Now, I think in the very first place, it's very important that the participants here need to know what is engineering work first. Now, engineering work is a work that is being regulated. Yeah, the engineering work, because it involves the safety of the public, it involves the safety of the people, it involves the safety of the people who are using the work that you have done. For example, you pasang jambatan, yeah, or you pasang component, engineering work, yeah, or you pasang a wheel assembly or a tire assembly onto an aircraft. All these are engineering work. Now, people who use what you have completed, your jambatan, your car, even your aircraft, people will use it. And the safety of the people depends on the quality and the standard of the engineering work. If the standard of the engineering work is no good, that means you are putting the people safety at risk. Yeah, if the engineering work that has been done, yeah, kerja-kerja kejuruteraan, let's say in a bus or in the housing or in the jambatan that is not done well properly, it's a matter of time. The accident might happen and people will be injured and people will be killed. Yeah. So that is why, because it affects the safety of the public, engineering work, it has to be regulated. Faham tak? Because there's a public safety involved. Undang-undang Registration of Engineers Act, registration of engineers regulations, all this dia termaktub dalam Akta Parlimen. Because safety of the people is involved. Just like me, engineer is engineer, right? But why do I need to get a license from the Civil Aviation Authority? Why? Because if I'm not careful with my work, my knowledge is not sufficient. I do not know how to apply engineering principles. That means the safety is being put at risk on the particular system that I work on. Tengok yang aircraft crash dekat Haneda. Yeah, just a few days ago, Haneda, the collision between the A350, Airbus 350, and also the Dash 8 on the ground. You know, anytime we are not careful enough, accident will happen. Engineering is like that. That is why the parliament has to pass an act in 1967. They call it Registration of Engineers Act, Akta 138, which says that engineering work means any work that, you know, that include the what do you call it? Let me see, just hang on. Okay, I cannot see, just now blocking tadi. Engineering work means all work which include any publicly or privately owned public utilities, buildings, machine, equipment, processes, work or projects that require the application of engineering principle. Only people who are trained and understand, have studied about the engineering principle, yeah, can actually be, you know, make sure or ensure that the system that they work on are safe. That is why it is so important. They can regulate. So make sure, as a Malaysian public, we have to understand and accept the fact that engineering work and safety, they are interrelated, and therefore we are governed. Yeah, kita kena comply to the Registration of Engineer Act 1967. Yeah. Now, the Registration of Engineers Act, it has actually went through several amendments. Yeah, the latest amendment is the amendment in 2015, effective 31st July 2015. Now, this 31st July punya amendment, 31st July 2015, Amendment 2015 of the Registration of Engineers Act, it actually has a very significant changes. Very significant. Dulu dia regulate engineer saja kan? Graduate engineer. Tapi from 2015 onwards, they added additional category of registration. They added engineering technologies punya registration. Yeah. Now, engineering technologies here at the moment now, it is graduate engineering technologies. Yeah. So if you register dekat lembaga jurutera as an engineering technologist, actually it is a graduate engineering technologist. Dia bukan professional engineering technologist lagi, because dalam akta belum ada lagi. Okay. The other category, in addition to the graduate engineer registration, graduate engineering technologist registration, the other one that is actually added on is actually inspector of works. Okay, now actually inspector of works, it is also man registration, technician. So these two new category of registration in the Amendment 2015 makes a huge changes in the structure of our engineering registration and also engineering education and training dekat Malaysia. Now this amendment ni dia bukan sesuka hati ya. dia bukan sesuka hati. There is actually certain progression within the world engineering community, especially they're head by the engineering alliance, International Engineering Alliance, which actually provide the guidelines for the training of the engineers, engineering technologies, and also the inspector of works. Now, at the moment, as of 4th of January, kalau kita tengok dalam website Lembaga Jurutera, these are the numbers, statistics yang kita ada, yang dan dipublish oleh Lembaga Jurutera. Of course, we have professional engineers at the top. Let's look at the engineering technologies, and also inspector of works dekat bawah, at the moment, as of the published data statistic on the 4th of January, the registered engineering technologies is only 15,245. Dia tak ada berpuluh-puluh ribu. The numbers are still very low. Now, why is the number still very low? Why? Actually, the engineering technologies registration dekat Lembaga Jurutera, it has to comply to certain accords. In this case, we call it the Sydney Accord. Kalau Sydney Accord, which the Lembaga Malaysia is a signatory by the Lembaga Jurutera, if we are the signatory of the Sydney Accord Engineering Technologies punya accreditation, makna dia all the education programs that train the engineering technologies, it has to meet the standards of the engineering technologies. As per the Sydney Accord, dia tak adalah cincai-cincai bagi saja. No such thing in Lembaga Jurutera. You belajar daripada university, famous university, if it is not accredited, by the Board of Engineers, no point. No point. So you can see Lembaga Jurutera, it is not just about numbers. They are regulating the quality and the standards. If you meet the quality, you meet the standards, your program accredited, okay, you can register. Tapi kalau you tak ada meet the Sydney Accord punya standards, no matter how you try, you cannot register. They will have to do certain top-up programs that can meet the engineering technologies punya criteria. So the quality control and the standards are highly regulated dekat Lembaga Jurutera. Tak adalah cincai-cincai punya. There's no such thing as cincai-cincai. You meet it, you meet the criteria, you meet the requirements, okay, you come in, you register. And then you continue on with your career as a registered engineering technologist di bawah Akta 138. That's why you see the numbers here are actually slowly progressing because quality and the standards need to be maintained. So at the moment in the whole of Malaysia, registered engineering technologies is only, and I'm talking about graduate engineering technologies, 15,000 plus only. Dia tak banyak, because of the standards yang Malaysia need to maintain in accordance with the requirements of the Sydney Accord. Itu pasal dia. Bukan because wah ini susah mau daftar lah. No, tak ada. As long as your program accreditation is accredited, you come up with a program, you graduate with a program that meet the requirements accredited by BM, then you can register. Okay. So nampaknya dia punya number still are very low, Now, in the engineering team, yang dekat sini saya paparkan, this one here, engineering team. Now, traditionally, since the olden times, dari dulu lagi, walaupun the engineering technologist name and the engineering technician name came into the Malaysian Registration in Engineers Act scope quite recently. Tapi the engineering team, everybody knows, dari dulu memang they have engineers, engineering technologists, and also engineering technician, And also there's one thing I would like to highlight here. Please, and Board of Engineers, dia selalu ingatkan kita, as far as Malaysia is concerned, the engineering technologists and the engineers punya level, they are equal. They are equal. Not that engineers are superior or engineering technologies are inferior. Dia bukan macam itu. Kena faham ni. Because at the moment bila saya keluar, saya bercakap dengan orang, they always feel that, oh, engineers is higher. Engineering technologies is the second skill. Tak ada. Tak ada. Both the engineers and the engineering technologists are actually equal. You see the program that you study, 4 years. Engineers belajar 4 years, engineering technologists belajar 4 years. In terms of academic rigorosity, dia memang sama tahap dia. It's just that the focus dia dekat mana? Kalau engineers, those people who are very strong in mathematics, those people who are very strong in theoretical principles, yeah, those people who are very strong in understanding the mathematical calculation in the engineering concepts, bukan semua boleh buat kan? So those yang ada that level punya cognitive, pergilah belajar engineers. Tapi the same group of engineers yang pandai, very pandai in the cognitive, sometimes if you ask them to buat practical, they are not so familiar with the practical. So there is another group of people, they are not so, they are not highly mathematical inclined. Tapi he can understand the principle, dia boleh apply the principle. Makna dia, he can go out to the field, he can go out to the site, and he can do a lot of work on the site. So this group of people are engineering technologists. So you can see engineers are very good in terms of doing theoretical concepts and research. Tapi engineering technologists, they are very good in the field service, they are very good in the maintenance, they are very good in the operations, where sometimes the engineers tak dapat buat. So that's why dekat lembaga jurutera, they keep emphasizing and educating the public. Please do not think that the engineering technologies is an inferior punya level. Dia bukan macam itu. You both of you all are at equivalent level. Tapi you punya scope focus dekat mana tu, masing-masing ada kepakaran dia. That one you have to understand and accept. And I find that this one is something that kadang-kadang susah lah nak cakap. They always feel that the engineering technologies is inferior. I say no. You all are not inferior. You all are equally important. So kalau kita tengok slide ni, dia punya scope ni, if you look at the bottom here, you see the line that we draw. Okay, this side here, engineers, they are very heavy on the research and the product design, especially these two areas. Engineers, because they are very strong in mathematical calculations, right? They are very strong in the concepts of engineering. They have very in-depth knowledge because dia punya otak boleh masuk sampai that level. So they are actually in this area of the practice domain, very much in research design and also in research and product design. Tapi engineering technologies, dia dekat mana? Okay, if you come to the side here on this scale here, they are very good in field service. Makna dia servicing, implementation of projects, yeah, executing of projects. So usually what they do is that the engineers will design, tapi the people who are good at maintenance is actually the technologists. Just like the aircraft engineers, yeah. When this airplane was designed by Boeing, yeah, it was actually the design engineers that actually designed it. Betul tak? But after the design of the airplane and it has been certified and sell to the customers, who is going to maintain it? Who? It is not the design engineers. It is actually the engineering technologists. So the licensed aircraft engineers, kebanyakan dia, fungsi dia adalah engineering technologists, kebanyakan. Depending on the category category B license. So they do field service, they do maintenance, they do product testing. Those are the areas very much on the site, on the field. Yeah. So I hope there that the participants in this particular webinar ni, you can understand that both engineers and engineering technologists are at equal level, and also masing-masing ada kepandaian dan kepakaran dia. There's no such thing as inferior. Like last time, one of my friends, dia belajar apa ni? Dia belajar daripada US Aerospace Engineering dekat Wichita. Yeah, but when he comes back, he felt that he wants to get involved in the operations of airplane. Okay. What he did is that, of course, after that, he got involved in operation of the airplane. He learned up the engineering technologies punya work lah. Yeah. Why? Because they are very much on the field service. Okay. So these are actually the very, very basic fundamentals, the engineering technologies and the engineers punya functional domain. Yeah. If you look at the scale, to the left is more for the engineers, and to the right is more for the engineering technologies. I'm moving to the next slide. Ada tak? The next slide ada ya?
Ada.
Okay. Now, engineers involved in engineering design, research, and also development using knowledge of sciences and mathematics. Ini kita kena faham. Some people are very good in mathematics. You go to calculus 1, you go to calculus 2, he have no problem using the mathematics and come up with a research or come up with a design that can take the heat, can take the temperature, and also the strength of the material, how long it can last. Ini tak ada masalah because they are very good in getting these numbers. Tapi when you say go, okay, let's put it into practical. Macam mana kita nak buat project ni? Yeah, how to do it? You kena cari engineering technologies. So engineering technologies, they actually implement the engineering work by applying engineering and their scientific knowledge with technical skills. They use a lot of practical skills, a lot of hand skills. For example, I just give an example. Aircraft was designed by the Boeing engineers, yeah, in the plant. When it come out, when the airplane come out, and then when it fly, after flying, let's say for 5 years, and they have a modification to be done by the engine mounting. Siapa yang buat engine mounting punya modification ni? So the engineers dekat Boeing, he will send, okay, guys, we need to actually modify this engine mounting to take the load of, let's say, for example, of 3 tons. We have to increase the load to take it for 4 tons. How are we going to get it? So the design will come out from the engineer. Okay, this mounting, you have to put in a long bracket of this length, and then made of this material, aluminum alloy or stainless steel, BS2031 or whatever. All this, they akan masuk dalam dia punya document. And when the technologist receive the document, he will actually get this thing. Dia akan pergi kapal, he will do the measurement, he will do the removal, he will do the installation. Yeah. And then he will check and test to make sure that it can stand the load. Ini engineering technologies punya kerja. So you can see sometimes engineer depends very hard, very much on the engineering technologies. Engineering technologies also depend on engineers. Kalau dia tak dapat information from the engineers, he also cannot incorporate the modification. Betul tak? So this is a very complementing punya function, yeah. Of course, engineering technician are those that assist the engineers and the engineering technologies lah. They are very important, yeah. I actually respect my technicians highly, yeah, because sometimes a lot of things I cannot do, they can do one. Dia banyak pandai in their hand skills, yeah. Okay, so again, engineering technologies implement engineering work, and you can see them in the factory, in the hangars, yeah, in the building E&E room, or in the building mechanical room, in the workshop, in the production line. You used to see them on site on the field. Yeah, very much you see them. The design engineers, usually you don't see them much. Dia dekat office, dia dekat belakang, dia dekat office ke atas. They are busy with their computers and they are doing the calculations and all those. But people that is very important that you see are actually the engineering technologies. So dekat Malaysia ni, kalau kita, if we look at the social economic condition dekat Malaysia, We are a highly user of technology. Our design in terms of the industry, our design industry, it is not very high. We are still developing, we are still a developing nation. We are still a user of technology. So when we are a user of technology, we need a lot of technologies, engineering technologies. We need a lot of them because at the moment, Malaysia, about 70 or 80% of our technology is purchased technology. Kita beli daripada luar negeri, kita beli daripada Jerman, kita beli daripada dekat UK, kita beli dekat US, kita beli from the Japan and all those. We are purchaser of technology. When we are purchaser of technology, when we implement the technological work, you need engineering technologies. So that is why Lembaga Jurutera, especially in the last, since 2015, the engineers, the board of engineers, they are actually finding all ways to ensure that the engineering technologies, this group of people who are very good in implementation of engineering work, this group of people, dia kena masuk dalam akta and then let them have a chance to progress and support the nation. Itu Lembaga Jurutera punya matlamat, to help the nation to develop and then put in the program accreditation system to make sure that people who go and study this engineering technology program are accredited, and then when they come out, they register with the board as engineering technologies. And at the moment, Lembaga Jurutera already coming up with the professional pathway for the engineering technologies. Kita ada engineers, graduate engineer, become professional engineer. Soon to come, it will have engineering technologies and professional engineering technologies. Tak ada cincai-cincai buat punya. Lembaga Jurutera, you don't find cincai-cincai. We have so many committees dalam Lembaga Jurutera. Everybody is working hard and thinking about the future for the engineering technologies. With international standard punya. That's why dia perlukan masa, dia perlukan masa, So engineering technologies implement engineering work by applying engineering and scientific knowledge. Usually they are in the field and the operations or at the site. Now, I mentioned just now, International Engineering Alliance punya agreement. Malaysia is the signatory. Malaysia signed this accord. You see, the fact that the Board of Engineers signed this accord, you know what it means? It is bringing the engineering standards, Malaysian engineering standard, into the international level, equivalent to international level. So these are the signatory. Let's look at the Washington Accord, the agreement that the Lembaga Jurutera does sign. There's so many countries down there, and the numbers are increasing. For engineering technologies, it was the Sydney Accord in 2001. See, the countries are also increasing. Whoever who signed this agreement and meet the standards, makna dia tak kira which country belajar, as long as it's Sydney Accord accredited, Washington Accord accredited internationally from these countries. That means the degree, dia punya graduate level punya attributes dia sama. That means mutual recognition lah. All these yang dia belajar dekat luar negeri tu, it will be recognized. I just give you my example, my daughter, anak my number one daughter, dia belajar dekat Jepun. Okay, now, of course, now she's a practicing engineer in Japan, a civil engineer. When she first enrolled dekat Jepun tu, because I understand the accord system, how our board of engineers work, and also the international standard yang kita we have to comply. I make sure my daughter bila dia belajar kat Jepun, she study a Washington Accord punya accredited program. Walaupun it was not accredited by the Lembaga Jurutera, tapi dia program is accredited by the Japanese Bureau of Engineering Education according to the Washington Accord. It was that level there, accredited dekat sana. So when my daughter back, dia nak berdaftar dengan lembaga jurutera, tak ada masalah. Tak ada masalah langsung. Because why? Malaysia punya Engineering Education Center, Washington Accord accredited. Japan, the degree yang dia belajar tu, also Washington Accord accredited. Dua-dua dia I mean, equal level. Dia balik, dia terus, dia graduate, lepas tu dia terus berdaftar. This is the standard that we are talking about. That's why lembaga jurutera ni, dia tak boleh cincai-cincai buat, okay, any technology program, cuba masuk. As long as you belajar teknologi, you come in and register. Tak boleh. Dia kena pada Sydney Accord punya requirements. Dia kena pada Washington Accord punya requirements. Dia kena for the technician program, kena Dublin Accord punya program. Ada standards dia. Yeah. So I hope you all can understand that the lembaga jurutera don't do things as they want, as and when they like. They do it in accordance to the international standards. That's why you see the numbers cannot just explode banyak-banyak. Dia kena slowly, step by step. How many university dia sudah accredit tak? Kalau dia tak ada accredit, we encourage them to quickly accredit. Of course, you want to meet international standards, international world standards. You have to meet the requirements. Yeah. So actually, engineering technologies and engineers, in actual reality, they complement each other. So I hope just now, with a bit of explanation that I showed just now, engineering technologies and engineers are equal level. They complement each other in terms of nation building. Yeah, dekat saya punya company, like my company, we have engineers, we have engineering technologies, we have engineering technician. The whole team of us, kita kerja sama-sama to ensure our objective, our engineering services objective are met. And I believe in other company like Proton, like KTM, like the shipping industry, even in the civil aviation, civil engineering industry, adalah dia punya standards too. Yeah, every one of them, they work together as a team. Baru dia project boleh lancar. Baru project tu is complete and meet the objectives. Yeah. The engineering technologies, yeah, kalau kita tengok dia punya field of application, yeah, you will see that actually they are very more practical. They are very more practical and they are very hands-on. Yeah, they are very hands-on. Macam saya, ya, walaupun I'm certified as a professional engineer, but I really enjoy my time on site. Yeah. I really enjoy my time when I was on site trying to solve the aircraft problems. I have a case where the aircraft landed, and then the KLIA, and then we have engine. Yeah, we have actually an engine fire. What happened is that the aircraft took off. After the aircraft took off, masa dia climb through, the other engine fire. So the aircraft came back and landed, and it took us 2 days. Yeah, 2 days continuously. Yeah, without having much rest, just to solve the aircraft punya engine punya problem. And that to me, they're very practical, very hands-on, and you have to understand the engineering principle and solve why does the engine fire came on. Many reasons. There are many reasons. So you cannot isolate one by one. You have to see one by one, check one by one, and then finally you found the solution. And that is a site work. That is actually a field work. And actually, for me, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So it depends. And usually, engineering technology program, they are the specialization. Yeah, they are the specialization. Especially nowadays, we have people who comes from air conditioning or HVAC technology, ataupun fire protection, bachelor of engineering technology. Kadang-kadang dia mungkin ada bracket fire protection system or power plant technology. They are the specialization there. Engineering technology memang dia ada specialization there. Yeah. And also the other myth, ya, yang saya rasa tak benar, ya. They always say that the engineers get the higher salary, ya, but not necessary, ya. Saya pernah tengok engineering technologies who actually get higher salary than the engineers. Memang ada, ya. So I think you have to understand that masing-masing ada kepakaran dia. If you are a good engineering technologist, you're very possible that your salary is higher than the graduate engineer or the professional engineer. It is a fact, yeah. It is a fact. All right. Of course, this one is engineers. I mentioned just now, dekat Malaysia ni, there ada certain 4 main discipline lah. 4 main discipline. Of course, the 4 main discipline, we call it the 4 big. The civil, mechanical, electrical, and chemical. These are actually the traditional engineering. Yeah, traditional engineering, civil, traditional engineering, mechanical, electrical, and then chemical. And then bawah there are the sub-discipline. Yeah, we call it aerospace, agriculture engineering, you know, or building services engineering. All these are actually the sub-discipline of the main discipline. So in Malaysia kita ada 4, ya, civil, mechanical, electrical, and chemical. All right. Now, this is a table that shows, yeah, a little bit on the difference, yeah, between the engineers and also the engineering technologists, yeah. Masing-masing ada kepandaian, masing-masing ada kepandaian dia orang sendiri, ya. So if you look at the engineers punya column too, you see they emphasize on theoretical knowledge and conceptual design. They are very strong on that. Whereas the engineering technologies, they emphasize on practical applications. Yeah, I mentioned this a few times on the site, in the plant, in the workshop. They are actually very practical application, and the engineers, yeah, involved in the entire product development life cycle from concept to design, analysis, and also implementation. Now, this implementation there is basically a handover to the engineering technologies. Now, engineering technologies will then, yeah, focus on the execute the work, implement the design, and operationalize the system or the products. They operationalize it, okay? Whereas the engineers, their product development, they design it. The operationalization is actually on the engineering technologies. And then the engineers are typically responsible for high-level decision making and the project management. Yes, because usually they are the one that is looking overall, yeah, overall the project, but they have to depend on the input from the engineering technologies. They cannot just make decision 100% that they are always right. Like for me, I always go down to the floor on the site and I engage with my engineering technologies. I talk to my engineering technician because they are the one who are actually really knows and work the practical part of the system. Yeah. So the technology is often engaged in the hands-on, including testing, troubleshooting, and quality control. And some of them are damn good, yeah, I can tell you. Things that I cannot do, they orang boleh buat. I have to take 2 hours to do it. They can do it in half an hour. Ramai macam itu. That's why I have very high respect to these engineering technologies and engineering technician. And kita tak boleh sombong, engineers. Tak boleh sombong, yeah. And then the engineers are more likely to engage in research and development activities, which is also very true because they are good in churning numbers. They are good in the laying down the concept and also the principles of engineering. And then the engineering technologists collaborate closely with engineers and translate design into practical solutions. Yeah, you can see the difference now. And then the engineers require a bachelor's degree in engineering or often pursue for professional engineering licensure. Yeah. So we definitely requires a degree, whereas engineering technologists or equivalent, engineering technologists may hold a bachelor's degree in engineering technology or equivalent. In Malaysia, yeah, in Malaysia, the board of engineers are very progressive, yeah, especially if you see since the changes of the Amendment 2015, they have become very, very progressive. Because why? They have expanded the scope of engineering, not just to graduate engineer, not just the traditional engineering. They have expanded to the scope of, let's say, the aircraft engineering and maintenance, like where the field that I worked on. They have also expanded into the marine engineering. Yeah. So the scope of engineering, they have actually expanded it, and they are actually becoming more and more inclusive. Yeah. They are more and more inclusive because it's actually the requirements of the nation, and also the signing of the different accords. Yeah. The signing of the different accords. Engineers focus on innovation, theoretical understanding, and complex problem solving. Complex problem solving ni dalam istilah ni, it is all about the complex mathematical calculations. Not everybody can do it, but certain people who are good in their maths, they can do it. Okay. And then the engineering technology is most likely to pursue certification, or rather than professional engineering licensure. Itu terpulang. Yeah, some people go for specialization license. Yeah, for example, like for me, I go for the aircraft engineer's license. There are also other people who go for other licensure, like from the Jabatan, Suruhanjaya Tenaga. Yeah, those are also a form of licensure. But the good news is, there's several groups or committee dekat Lembaga Jurutera. They have been working for the past few years, thinking very hard to actually come out with a pathway for the professional engineering technologies. Yeah, professional engineering technologies still in discussion stage, but I believe, yeah, very soon, yeah, in the next 1 or 2 years, I believe it will come out, it will be published soon, for the benefit of, you see, not everybody want to be professional engineer, right? Setengah orang yang saya bercakap tu, dia cakap he would like to continue to practice dalam engineering, and they hope to become a professional engineering technologist. Other group, that kind of group of people, and broader engineers are actually trying to put that into the system into place. They are doing very hard. Yeah. And of course, engineering technologists are very specialized in technical skills, specific technical skills. Specific means their specialization. Mungkin they're very strong in HVAC. Mungkin they're very strong in electrical technology. Mungkin they're very strong in mechanical technology. And they are very familiar with the tools and instruments required to practice in the field. They are very familiar. Yeah, they know in order for you to do a voltage. Yeah, if you want to do a voltage, you have to have certain accuracy of instruments. If you want to do a high torque loading, you need to have certain level of precision in the torque loading. That one, they are very good. Yeah. Okay, so this one is really an example, yeah, of the combination, yeah, how they collaborate in product development. I put it here: engineer's role and engineering technologist role in the production development scope. In project management scope, what is the engineer's role and what is the engineering technologist role? Some of it I've already mentioned just now. Quality control and testing in engineering, specific engineering field. What is the engineering's role and what is the engineering technologist punya role? It is a combination. It is a collaboration. So engineers and engineering technologists, they work hand in hand with each other. Ini kita kena amalkan konsep ni, accept this concept, and also do not think that one is superior, one is inferior. Tak ada langsung. Ya, tak ada langsung. And I think Board of Engineers berkali-kali dah masa saya pergi ceramah Lembaga Jurutera, keep reminding the participants that both engineers and engineering technologies equivalent level, ya. Tak ada one superior, one inferior. This is one path, ya. Kalau kita tengok dalam Akta 138, ya, dalam our booklet, ya, yang dipublish oleh by the Malaysian government, you can see graduate engineering technologies also have a path to become, at the moment, yeah, professional engineer. It's just that you have to find the gap program. Kalau dekat Lembaga Jurutera, dia ada this program called the Graduate Assessment Program. Okay, let's say you decided that you want to be a professional engineer. See, the Board of Engineers never forget the engineering technologies. They come up with a concept and they come up with a program called the Graduate Assessment Program. All you have to do is actually email your transcript, email your results engineering technology degree punya result, email to lembaga jurutera and tell them that you want to move towards a graduate engineer, let's say to a mechanical discipline. They will tell you what are the things that you need to fill up. And then they will tell you, okay, go and see a institution, yeah, that will that you can actually do the gap. Depend on your subject, 1 year, 2 years, yeah, just complete it, and then after that, lepas you graduate, boleh lah berdaftar to as a graduate engineer and then continue to be a professional engineer. Yeah, the path is already there, and there are more paths coming out. Yeah, more paths. Engineering technologies to professional engineering technologies. Yeah, it's in the process already. They are discussing very hard, very hard. Okay. What are the current challenges? Yeah, that what do you call it? The current challenges faced by the engineers and engineering technologies, and also what is the current trends? Yeah. There are actually the technological advancement are still very, very fast, especially you see in China, especially in China and Japan. US also got, Europe also got. There is a rapid technological advancement that the engineers and engineering technologies need to cope. Yeah, need to cope. That's why you need to join participants. You all need to join certain society. For example, MAE. You need to join certain society to make sure that you follow the activities dalam MAE. And sometimes the MAE, they akan conduct banyak talk. They akan conduct a lot of webinar or maybe physical talk. Pergi attend. Because why? Most of the time, the content is related to technological advancement. So galakkan lah, saya galakkan yang memang cari satu society, pergi join. Okay. And also the other one is interdisciplinary complexity. Tak adalah, dulu memang ada traditional mechanical engineering, ya. Tapi sekarang is no more just 100% pure mechanical engineering. Dia ada interface dengan IoT, dia ada interface with electronics, dia ada interface with so many areas. That's why dia ada interdisciplinary complexity. Jadi kita kena continuously learning, ya. We have to have a continuous learning and improvement. And then sustainability and environmental concern. Most of the practical engineers or engineering technologists kat luar tu, when I see them, dia buat kerja saja. Dia buat their daily work ni. But in terms of what is their contribution to sustainability, what is the contribution to the environment, knowledge is very low. Whether they put into practice or not, also very, very doubtful. Why? Because they do not have the latest updates on the importance of sustainability and concern. Tapi kalau you join society, I'm sure the society will have conducted the talks already lah. Yeah, and also the cyber security threats, because nowadays industry 4.0, yeah, or 4.0, and we even go into industry 5.0 to certain sector. The cyber security threat has been very, very prominent. And what are the engineers are doing about it? And how do you actually mitigate it? The engineers punya and engineering technologies, dia kena tahu lah. Dia kena tahu. And what will impact, yeah? What will impact them in the emerging trends in technology and their impact in our profession, yeah? Ini kena tahu sikit. Artificial intelligence and machine learning. We need to have certain knowledge of it. Yeah, artificial intelligence, especially now that we have ChatGPT. Yeah, Internet of Things, the 5G technology and the blockchain technology. All these things are actually impacting our profession as engineers or engineering technologists. Kita kena tahu. Yeah. So you need to stay updated. Yeah. Tak boleh, tak adalah saya sudah graduate, lepas tu kerja, OT, balik rumah, makan, tidur, and then after that besok kerja juga, you know. This kind of routine, is not good enough to practice as an engineering technologist or engineering technician. You have to stay updated in the engineering field because dia berpusing, yeah. It was dynamic, yeah. Maintain your relevance. You kena other element innovation or competitiveness, adapting into the industry change. If you are in the aviation industry, what is the latest changes? How does it involve you? You know, how does it affect your work? Enhance your problem solving skills. Yeah. Enhance, develop a strong problem solving. Develop the problem solving skills. Jadi kena banyak belajar lah. Kena banyak belajar. And then the networking and collaboration. Yeah. This one is also very important. Among the professionals, stay connected. Yeah. Macam platform MAE lah. Macam platform MAE, you ada group of engineers, engineering technologists, and also engineering technician dalam MAE. Stay collaborated, participate in the activities. Kalau boleh, be active, ya. And also continuous professional development, ya. Pergi attend kursus, especially those yang ada CPD points punya, cuba attend tu. Banyak, ya. Now, this one is actually my last slide. Before I go into the question, I just want to quote this word here, statement here, engineering, yeah, which you and me, we are all in, yeah. Engineering is a miracle. Engineering is very interesting. And to me, this is what Elon Musk talked about, the engineering. It's very true. Engineering is the closest thing to magic that exists in the world. Because we can create things. We can solve problems. We can design things and help the life of the people to have a better life. Itulah pasal Elon Musk cakap, engineering is the closest thing to magic that exists in the world. Yeah, I hope, yeah, all the participants here, you will come to a stage that you go into your working world. And then sometimes people tend to, give up for a lot of reasons. But I will strongly encourage you to stay within the engineering industry. And I'm very sure if you put in the right effort, you will excel. Yeah? You will. So that's it for my presentation. Thank you so much. I pass it back to the floor to engineer technologist Farhan. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you very much. Okay. There is a question from our participant today.
Yep.
First question, can you share the slide presentation to all the participants?
Boleh.
Boleh, ya? The second question, how about the degree of professional electrical engineering technologies? Is it because there's some question study by online just 2 years, can it register to BM of after further finish studies?
Okay. Now, I see a lot of people mistake. They buat mistake, yeah. Because they never consult BM. Now, if you have a degree, yeah, if you have a degree, and you feel that your degree, you want to use your engineering degree to register with the BM or not, you write to BM. Yeah, the BM will review transcript and they will tell you the right answer. Okay, if this is an unaccredited program, they will tell you, okay, so and so, your program is not accredited. Engineering degree is not accredited. Tapi kalau you nak berdaftar dengan lembaga jurutera, dia akan bagi satu cadangan dalam sana. Mungkin, ya, dia akan bagi you, okay, based on our review of your curriculum, your transcript, yeah, you can actually now attend this gap program, fulfill the program. Dapatkan email tu, save that email, print it out and save it, because later, lepas you complete the gap program, you akan attach to the email, okay, I have listened to your advice, panggil saya buat gap program, sekarang saya dah complete, now saya minta daftar dalam lembaga jurutera. Usually can. The mistake yang orang buat tu, dia tak consult. Dia dengar saja. Dia sudah belajar satu unaccredited punya engineering degree, let's say from a foreign university. Dia dengar kononnya, take master, dia boleh berdaftar tanpa consult with BM. So dia pergi buat lah. Dia buat master, dia belanja lagi and then come back and then apply kat lembaga jurutera. Dan lembaga jurutera, ini not matching ni. This program is actually not accepted. Kalau you macam itu, kalau you buat macam itu, then rugilah. Rugi lah.
Rugi masa, rugi duit.
Yep.
Ya, so harap soalan itu terjawab kot. Ya, apa yang Tuan cakap. Okay, third question. When will be BM introduce the professional engineering technologies? Bila?
Okay. I don't have a definite date yet. But I will think within the next couple of years, because they are already gathering the feedback from the stakeholders. They are gathering feedback from the different parties, to make sure that is able to actually make the most appropriate pathway for the engineering technologies. There's no date announced yet, but it will be definitely in the next couple of years. This is the thing. This kind of things is affect the national punya level. Dia tak ada lah, dia cincai-cincai buat, okay, the standards according to the accord punya requirements. You have to maintain that. That's why lembaga jurutera dia every process is very, very tedious and very, very detailed.
Ya.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Soalan yang keempat. Can two discipline, engineer and engineering technologists cross over when they have more experience after their studies, and then they may register as a post for the BM?
Cross function, yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of the practical, the cross function, potentially there is a possibility, yeah. Potentially there's a possibility. And let's say in a company, yeah, at the company level lah, ya mungkin you mula-mula you fungsi sebagai engineering technologies, tapi later because of your experience and all those, you mungkin can do the work of the engineer. Let's say mungkin lah, for your own internal progression and all those. Now, in order for you to practice dalam company tu is a company's punya level. Tapi for you to register, you as a graduate engineer, you cannot use that so-called my company's punya promotion saya kepada engineer. That's why I want to register as a graduate engineer. Tak ada. Dia lembaga jurutera, they will go back to the guidelines. Yeah, it will go back to the guidelines. What are the minimum requirements? Of course, they will look for your accredited punya graduate engineering, bachelor's engineering degree dulu lah. They will follow back the guideline. Then, if you want to register, then again do the gap program lah. Do the gap program.
So
Yep.
apa-apa pun kena check dekat BM dan kena dapatkan pengesyuaran lah, sama ada continue dengan gap program lah.
Yeah, you need to get the concurrence from the Board of Engineers. And Board of Engineers, I know, because saya dekat dalam sana, memang kadang-kadang kita discuss certain inquiry from the public lah, including the graduates and all those. And that is why I said as far as responsibility is concerned, I feel that the Board of Engineers are very concerned. They do not want people practice engineering illegally. But at the same time, there are certain rules and regulations. Bila you tulis, dia akan bentangkan. And committee tu kita sama-sama review and try to help the applicant. Kita punya konsep macam itu. Yeah.
Baik. Okay, terima kasih. Okay, soalan yang kelima. How about level degree of professional electrical engineering technologies? How about level degree?
Level degree?
Of professional electrical engineering technologies.
Ada degree professional electrical engineering technologies, ya?
Ada soalan daripada kita punya participant.
Okay, I think what you need to do is submit the whole transcript, your whole program punya transcript to the Board of Engineers, because I cannot say, because kena tengok daripada banyak segi. Of course, number one, the most common one they will look at is that program is accredited or not. Yeah, I can share with you here, because saya pernah terjumpa ya beberapa applicant ya. This is job applicant lah. This is job applicant. They use a degree from foreign university. Tapi when you try to check the background, you cannot find much information. And they use that as an electrical engineering degree, and then they try to actually join my company. So when you check the background, you will feel that ada suspicious whether this is a genuine degree or not. Ada tak Malaysian buat macam itu? Ada. Kita tengok surat khabar memang ada the degree mills and all those. So it is the duty of the Board of Engineers to make sure that everything is scrutinized. If you meet the international standards, no problem. Yeah, no problem. The only problem is when you could not meet the international standards, the accreditation too. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Ricky. And then question number 6. What the difference between technologies by MBOT? It is the same quality as engineering technology with BM.
Can you repeat the question again?
What the difference between technologies by MBOT? Is this the same quality as engineering technologies by BM?
I cannot comment in the same standard or not. Yeah. MBOT technologies ya, MBOT punya technologies dia ada dia punya kriteria dalam dia punya akta ya, di MBOT punya act. So if you fulfill the MBOT punya act, of course you register with the MBOT lah. And if you talk about, to me, I think it's very hard to make comparison because it's two different acts. MBOT has its MBOT punya act. Engineering technology under Registration of Engineers Act, you have to fulfill that. You will have to fulfill that requirement. Yeah. So kita tak adalah compare who is a super, MBOT super ke atau BM super, tak adalah. Masing-masing ada dia punya akta tersendiri. Ikutlah. Kalau you nak operate under MBOT, then you comply to MBOT punya act lah. Tapi bagi saya, for me, if my work is engineering work, tadi saya termaktub, tadi saya share tadi kan, if my work is engineering work, I will make sure that I daftar dengan lembaga jurutera because it is engineering work.
Yeah.
If I want to daftar dengan lain lembaga, it's up to you lah, up to anybody lah. Tapi if I'm doing engineering work, I need to make sure that I berdaftar dengan lembaga jurutera. I need to protect myself as well. Yeah.
So it depends pada mana kita punya field kita kerja lah, Mr. Ricky, right?
So if you are doing engineering work, you just look at yourself and then your work, does it apply engineering principle, public utility or private utility? Kalau dia masuk dalam sana, just then you know that it falls under Registration of Engineers Act. Then pergilah berdaftar. Kalau tak dapat daftar, tanyalah kenapa tak dapat. And then go and fulfill the requirements and then berdaftar lah and practice lah.
Yeah.
Bagi saya macam itulah.
Right.
Yeah.
Saya rasa apa yang Mr. Ricky cakap tu dah dapat clear view lah untuk semua orang. Okay, soalan daripada kita punya sahabat FB ya. Can you share focus on the technician role in the development of engineering together with the engineer and technologists? Thank you.
Repeat the question again.
Can you share focus on the technician roles in the development of engineering together with engineer and technologists?
Can you focus ya?
Yeah.
Fokus, apa fokus? Saya tak faham soalan ni.
Dia punya role, technician roles in the
okay.
Yeah.
You asked me to share back the slide?
Boleh? Okay.
Okay, just hang on. Yeah, these are actually the roles of the engineering team members lah. Engineering technician, definitely they are very focused on specific job. Yeah, very hands-on. In engineering, in the field of engineering, we actually need them. And then, of course, engineering technologies has a bigger overall picture of the work that to be implemented. Tapi mungkin dia punya project banyak besar. Yeah, maybe it covers a wide scope of area. So every section, let's say, for example, the plant, the instrumentation, and sometimes the mixing, all these have different areas. that will require specific hands-on, those are the technicians kat dalam sana. Mungkin there are a few technologies, engineering technologies that is all implementing the whole project. Tapi individual punya kerja, dia kena ada punya technician. And of course, the engineers actually is the one that design the whole project out lah. So in this level, they are actually combined. It's a combined effort lah. It is a combined effort. I'm not sure whether this answer dia punya soalan tak. I pun tak faham sangat.
Saya dah menjawab tu soalan apa yang ni. Okay, ada last question Mr. Ricky. Soalan dia, can electrical power engineer become the engineering technologist?
Okay, remember if you just from the surface, if you want to register as engineering technologist, you tengok dia punya requirement. The very first requirement is that you need to have an accredited engineering technology program. You kena ada itu. Kalau you tak ada, let's say you hold a licensure from something else, let's say you only hold a licensure, you kena tanya. Buat masa ni saya tengok tak ada, because the specific requirements, it has to come from a engineering accredited punya engineering technology degree. Okay, your practice of your license mungkin is good for you to practice, tapi using that as a register dengan lembaga jurutera, dia kena meet dia punya minimum requirements of the engineering technologies. Remember, when we register with the Board of Engineers, it will always go back to your initially is of course accredited punya program. Dia kena start daripada sana. Dia tak ada lah any program that you study dia sendiri, you use it to actually register. Dia ada dia punya guideline, accredited engineering program or accredited equivalent program. Dia kena ada dia punya policy. If you meet the policy, then you can register. So for his program electrical power technology, I am not sure because dia kena right into MBOT. Every case is unique. Macam-macam kita jumpa case ataupun latar belakang dia degree or their background, macam-macam ada, macam-macam.
So apa-apa pun,
write it to BM and then inquire clearly.
so apa-apa pun kita kena check lah dengan kita punya badan yang berkuat kuasa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like I said, whatever I say here is just sharing of observation and experience, but the actual law dictates, the actual law will dictate.
Okay. Maybe satu lagi soalan last lah daripada kita punya Zoom. Okay. As in some situation, there is a fine line between electrical and electronic. For myself, I grad with the degree in electronic, but also process in diploma in electrical. And then dia cakap, since my current experience mostly focus on electrical instead of electronic, I have my GE in electronic. With the current experience is not possible for apply for PE. Any advice how I can apply for PE?
Ini case memang banyak berlaku lah.
Yeah.
Ini case saya biasa jumpa ya. Same case, you write into BM and then you ask for that you want to register. You're practicing in electrical. You minta nak transfer dekat registration into the electrical. Then the committee, dalam dia ada committee, they will review and then they will find out the differences punya courses between electrical and electronic, and then they will tell you these are the things that you need to cover. So biasa yang saya tengok case tu dia ambil to the gap program, and usually after the gap they have no problem in registering because all you have to do is just fill up that the missing part, missing element, missing content, or missing curriculum yang you absent masa you buat your electronic degree tu. Biasa macam itulah. Yeah. can be done. You are not the first case. There's a lot of cases. Some transfer from electronic to electrical, some transfer from electrical to electronic, some transfer from manufacturing to mechanical, some transfer from manufacturing to, mechanical to manufacturing. Banyak, banyak. Yeah. All you have to do is just write in, get punya program, and then you do it. And so far, I think so much successful the case.
Okay, thank
Yep.
you. Thank you untuk apa yang Mr. Ki share, apa yang Mr. Ki jawab dengan kita punya registration. So harapan kami semoga apa yang disampaikan oleh Mr. Ki dapat manfaat pada semua. Dan sebelum kita akhir kita punya sesi ni, saya minta semua partisipan kalau boleh lah buka gambar, kita nak ada sesi penggambaran sikit. Ramai-ramai. Buka video. Okay, saya rasa kalau semua dah buka, saya minta Tuan Raja ke ataupun siapa-siapa untuk ambil gambar kita punya sesi ni.
So Rizman boleh count down kot.
Boleh. Sekejap. Saya nak buat view. Yeah. Ready.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Oh, dia kena banyak sikit
Yes. Nanti ada marah gambar tak masuk.
Itulah. Okay. Set. Ready 1, 2, 3. Alright.
Okay. Terima kasih semua yang hadir pada hari ini sesi. Ya, kami berharap kita akan jumpa selanjutnya dalam webinar selanjutnya pada masa akan datang. Okay, terima kasih pada semua. Jumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum. Salam sejahtera.